That was many things. A storyteller, a God-fearing, God-loving woman. She had a great sense of humor, very neat and very clean. I remember how when I visited her, she would instruct me to do this and that, and she would say it nicely. When I get my Thandi, hang the laundry on the line while I do XYZ, so that we can sit comfortably in a clean place and enjoy our cake or whatever we would have prepared or bought. She loved food as I do. She would call me and ask me, when are you visiting, Mxunyelwa? I have a lot to tell you. She used to say that there are things that she's comfortable sharing with me, as other people will think that she's crazy or mad. She knew I understood her. She would say to me, Thandi, God has a very great sense of humor. Sometimes you find me laughing while I wash dishes. It's God. He's tickling me. And sometimes he would say, Zed, look at that plate. You didn't wash it properly. And I would laugh and say, Uthini napha when ujonge plate zam? And we would crack laughing. That is why Mxunyelwa enjoy staying alone. There were many of these stories. I didn't hear more of these since her niece came to stay with her. Amongst the stories she shared with me is when her house was broken into, and that's the one she rented while she was building her home. She said, Thandi, whoever broke into my house will never dare again. Bethiwe umntu apha. I saw the picture that was hanging there, flying to the other end. As I was gobsmacked with what I saw, it was a mirror that was on the other wall flying. Strange enough, Thandi, nothing broke. And after all that was quiet, I just collected my pictures and mirror and hung them back on the wall. That's my God, Thandi. You know, Mxunyelwa, now I don't say when I pray, God of Abraham, God of Isaac. Why should I say that? I say, God of Zet. And I tell you, Mxunyelwa, you are also going to say, God of Thandi when you pray. I'm not here on earth to blame. Let me share a few more stories, otherwise I can write a book about my friend. She said to me one day, about 10 years ago, Thandi, I've been shown the crown that is waiting for me in heaven. I'm not satisfied with it. It's small. I'm going to work for the bigger crown that I saw there. Mxunyelwa, when we come back to rule with Jesus, we will be placed in different galaxies. Do not expect to rule, Mxunyelwa, if you cannot handle issues pertaining to God here on earth. I remember this other day she told me she was out of the country, not sure whether Europe or America. But apparently she checked into a hotel room and that was the last she could remember, until she woke up realizing how smelly she was. She checked the clock only to realize that she had been sleeping for about 2 days. She said to me that she thought she was dead or something. She said, Thandi, I remember going down a slide that was very long and slippery. And on this slide, there is no turning back. I said to myself, oh my God, is this how my life is being taken? Then suddenly, I had a lady from Africa saying to me, give me your hand. You can't go now. There's a lot that you still have to do. That is how Mxunyelwa came back to life, to fulfill an assignment. The smell of body was that of a rotten animal. You must know again, Mxunyelwa, I do not share this with so many people because they wouldn't understand me. Oh, I can go on and on with these stories. However, time does not allow it. But allow me to say, she said to me somewhere in the 1980s, Thandi, let me give you a tip. Always make sure that your house is neat and clean all the time. Fold your clothes when you go to bed. Make sure you do not sleep with dishes in the sink and kitchen floor dirty. Reason being that God does not stay in a dirty environment. He won't visit you. Hence the saying that cleanliness is next to godliness. I took this to heart as I was still young when she taught me these life lessons. Ubethuma ke umhlobo wam Shem. She would send me left, right and center with errands. Now I know I will miss doing those chores. The last before I leave you, my husband, who shares the same clan name with Lamini as Zed, would say, "When I rescued you from Zed by marrying you, otherwise you would have ended up like her." We used to joke about this. I will remember you, my friend. Your visits after church and our sleepovers. I can see you wearing that big crown you strived for. Really, you had to come back to finish your race. And Paul, writing to Timothy, says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. I believe the Lord will repay it for what she has done for humanity."